Hello one, hello all to the inaugural Sonic the Hedgehog community event of the year. It's time for the Sonic Site Awards 2025. Whee! Everyone, clap, 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 clap. I'm your host, Dreadknux, and this is the TG. No, it's not really. No, nothing about Keeley. I'm Dreadknux, Sven, aka. So nice to see you all again. It's been a while since we've done anything like the Sonic Site Awards, and this is a little bit nostalgic for me. You know, we're kicking off the end of the year. Been a hell of a year for everyone, really, let alone the Sonic community. But in terms of Sonic, it's been huge. In terms of the community, it's been huge. And you know, the Sonic Stadium has actually gone through its 25th anniversary, come out the other side of it with a bunch of celebrations. And as part of that, we've kind of revived this really key feature that we used to have some 25 years ago, the Sonic Site Awards. Really a celebration of the entire Sonic the Hedgehog community. And all the great things that the community's done over the last 12 months. So if you're just joining us for the first time for one of these award shows, hello, it's nice to meet you. If you're an old timer who's actually like listened to some of the old Sonic Site Awards Phase 3 ceremonies that we used to do in the early 2000s, then hello again to you too. And hi to everyone in the chat room. I'm going to give it a couple of minutes to do some preamble about the show and what we're about and what we're trying to do here, while people get settled in, and you know, people can tell me if my voice is too high, too low, too whatever. So you know, this is really meant to wrap up and put a bow on the entire year for the Sonic the Hedgehog community, and it's a celebration of everyone and what they're doing, not just, you know, what the Sonic Stadium's been doing, but also people who are on social media, who are on YouTube, everybody who kind of reports on Sonic or writes about Sonic or just does general fan projects about Sonic. We are here to celebrate that. So welcome. We have a few people in the chat that I want to say hello to. Let's say hello to Frack Attack, who is actually one of the nominees in you know, one of our actual awards. We've got Agar Productions, Deliro 750, The Computer Clan, and who else? Kevin W23, Zach the Insomniac, who is live, apparently, according to his username. So hello to everyone. So let me just take... I've got a tab open for the Twitch stream as well as OBS, just to make sure that what I'm saying and what people are hearing is actually correct. So let me just get off of that and move back to what we're talking about. So yeah, please do let me know if you can hear me properly, because what I want to do is I want to blast through all the nominees and blast through all the winners and just really celebrate everyone. But the Sonic Site Awards, man, it's pretty worth talking about that a little bit while everyone kind of gets together. But yeah, the Sonic Site Awards was first kicked off in the year 2001. Within the first year of the Sonic Stadium actually launching on your internet screens, and yeah, it was one of a three-pronged strategy that I guess strategy you can call it, for me to deploy to help celebrate the community and kind of make a bigger name for, you know, the Sonic Stadium and you know, establish a legacy, I suppose. Everyone was doing award shows at the time on other Sonic fan sites and things like that. So the hook that we had for the Sonic Site Awards back then was we tried to make it like the most democratic Sonic the Hedgehog community awards you could ever find. And, you know, for a time that worked, you know, for as long as it was relevant. And, you know, what we did was we structured it into 3 phases. So we had a phase 1 section where people could actually nominate their favorite site and just tell us, you know, some site that I'd never heard of, for example, say, oh, I really like this site because they've got good GIFs, good animated sprites. I've got like this site for the news, like this site for the forum and everything else. So there was a period of kind of community consultation, if you want to call it that, before we got into the voting stage, which was phase 2. And then the ceremony was phase 3, which is kind of what we're doing here now. We are basically doing a big to-do about all the winners and making sure that everybody gets their flowers as well. So that's a very brief history of the Sonic Site Awards. It's been going for it went for 9 years, and then it kind of did its last one in 2009. And then it kind of stopped doing it because it kind of stopped being a little bit relevant, I suppose, with you know, the way people consume media and everything. So with that in mind, we brought it back as potentially a one-time thing, but depending on how people respond to, you know, how this goes, we might do a different kind of package of it in future years, and do a similar celebration then. It might not be called the Sonic Side Awards, it might be called something else, but here we are. So as part of the Sonic Stadium's 25th anniversary, let's truly kick off the Sonic Side Awards 2025. Now let's go into that is a screen that you're not supposed to see. So let's go into the first category. Right, we've got 9 awards this year. Anyone who's kind of a big fan of the Sonic Side Awards from past years will remember that we used to kind of have a bit of a bloated thing. There was a funniest Sonic site this, and a, you know, most colourful Sonic site that, and everything else. And you know, in today's day and age, it doesn't really make sense to do that. So what we've done is we've broken it down into a few base elements, and this first award is really what was originally the key award from the previous Sonic Site Awards, the Sonic Site Award, which we've renamed the Sonic Stadium Award in honor of the Sonic Stadium, and really best Sonic site. So we've got some nominees here, some old school sites here: Sonic Retro, Sonic HQ, Sonic Wiki Zone, Sonic Fangames HQ, and Shadow of a Hedgehog City. These are the nominees, and I don't have like an envelope or anything like that, but I do have these lovely art cards that a Sonic Stadium fan kind of handed over to me. Someone from our community made some doodles for me and stuff, and they're so cute. So I'm going to read off of these. So, drum roll please. The winner of the Sonic Stadium Award for Best Sonic Site 2025 is Sonic Wiki Zone. Congratulations! Da, 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 da. Very good, well done. Sonic Wiki Zone got 39.6% of the overall vote. Coming in at a very close second was Sonic Retro, with 33.6% of the vote. Who came third? Sonic Fangames HQ came third with 16.5% of the vote. And then following up closely behind, Sonic HQ with 7.9% of the vote, and Shadow of a Hedgehog City with 2.5% of the vote. Rounding things off. Congratulations, Sonic Wiki Zone. I know that website very well. Obviously a part of fandom, they do a lot of really good community work in terms of getting information about the Sonic franchise out there and to the world. So obviously it's non-stop for them. So that work is recognised. So good job, well done, Sonic Wiki Zone. Give everyone a round of applause from there. Congrats, Wiki Zone. Woo, 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 woo. Now I'm just going to barrel on to the next one. The SSMB Award for Best Community is the next category, and SSMB, if you don't know, is a nickname for the Sonic Stadium's message board. SSMB, Sonic Stadium Message Board. Duh. So, you know, this is our kind of in honor of the SSMB. With this their award for Best Community. Now, what do we mean by community? Because that kind of word has been kind of spread around and changed around over the years, but what we define community as a place where multiple people, multiple fans can come together and contribute to a single shared purpose. We don't count social media for this purpose because that is a solo based kind of endeavor. We are talking about classic forums, we're talking about you know, Reddit, subreddits and things like that. Any place where people gather and there is a collaborative effort to communicate or just kind of collaborate on projects and things like that. So without further ado, the nominees for SSMB Award for Best Community are the Sonic the Hedgehog subreddit, Sonic Retro's forums, Sonic Fangames HQ's forums, the IDW Sonic Reddit subreddit, and the Sonic Frontiers subreddit. All of these have been rather active in the last 12 months. And all are deserving of your time. So another little cute card to read off of this. The winner for the SSMB Award for best community is the Sonic the Hedgehog subreddit. Congratulations! Hooray! Yay! Everyone's a winner. Lots of people involved in that community. I know it's very, very active all the time with memes and all the rest of it. So, you know, obviously very popular community out there. So, of course, it probably won. Yeah, it kind of stole the show, really, with 39.4% of the overall vote. Coming in, giving it a run for its money in second place was Sonic Retro with 24.9% of the vote. And then following up behind is the Sonic Fan Games HQ forum with 19.1% of the vote. The IDW Sonic subreddit came fourth with 9.8%, and then the Sonic Frontier subreddit came back with 6.8% of the vote. So congratulations for all of those guys for even getting into the nominee stage, and very congratulations for Sonic Hedgehog subreddit for winning. Very good job. So we're on to the next award, which is, we call it the Fast Feet Media Award for Best Content Creator. Now, Fast Feet Media was not a Sonic Stadium brand per se, but it was part of the Sonic Stadium network, the TSS network, in the mid-2000s, and it was run by a guy called Fast Feet. And he really kind of pioneered the whole concept of online video within the Sonic community. You know, there were projects that he was working on at the time. Sega Sonic TV, I think, was one of them, which we kind of played around with on the Sonic Stadium. And then that followed up with the actual Fast Feet Media website, which spun off into its own independent site, which offered just downloads of all sorts of different media and things for fans to enjoy. So in honor of Fast Feet Media, we are naming the award after this year for Best Content Creator. And the nominees for this, some of these you'll probably be very familiar with, are Chow Mix, Sam Procrastinates, The Sonic Show, Games Cage, and Speed Supersonic, or Rick from the SSS, as he goes by online. And the card with the winner's number on it, the winner of the Fast Feet Media Award for Best Content Creator is... The answer may surprise you. Chow Mix! Congratulations, Chow Mix, for winning the Fast Feet Media Award for Best Content Creator. He's done a lot of really great video essays on YouTube over the last year, and obviously the fans have recognized that. So well done to Chow Mix. It was quite close between him and Games Cage. Chow Mix got 30.9% of the overall vote, and Games Cage came quite close behind with 25.3% of the vote. Coming in third place, it was Sam Procrastinates with 17.1% of the overall vote, and then The Sonic Show with 15.8%, and then Speed Supersonic with 10.9%. But all of these content creators have done so well over the last year. They've all created a whole lot of amazing video content for the Sonic fans to consume and enjoy, and you know, we really just wanted an award that celebrated that. We've never done a content creator award on the Sonic Site Awards before, because really when YouTube kind of kicked off, Sonic Site Awards was kind of dead during that time. So this is the first one since YouTube's been kind of relevant. So congratulations to Chow Mix, the very first winner of a content creator award from the Sonic Site Awards. Well done. Hooray. So on to our next category, which is the Sonic News Award for Best Reporter. Now, Sonic News, what is Sonic News? We all know what Sonic News is. It's news about Sonic. But did you know that Sonic News was originally a branded website? Now, it wasn't one that was created by the Sonic Stadium. It was created by Andrew Paulson back in the year 2000 and 2001. And he had his own site called Sonic News, and he was very good at getting the news out to the people. And when I became good friends with him in the early 2000s, we kind of connected, and we merged our sites together, became the Sonic Stadium News Group, which was a short short-lived thing, and once that kind of fell apart and we reverted back to the Sonic Stadium got rebirthed and kind of became the new Sonic News. And over the years, 2005 being a key example, we've had actual branded websites and branded initiatives of the Sonic News name. So it's more than just a hashtag. The Sonic News Award is in honor of Andrew Paulson of Sonic News and the journey that whole initiative has gone on via the Sonic Stadium over the last 20 years. So this is the award in their name for Best Reporter. Now, this runs the gamut. It can be a reporter on Sonic the Hedgehog forum, it can be on a fan site, it can be on Discord or wherever, or on social media. So no holds barred. But the nominees for this award are, and I know some of these people quite well, it's quite good to see them on here: Frack Deals, SAAC Sonic and All Characters News, Sonic JP News, IDW Sonic News, and Tails Channel. So lots of really great nominees there, and I'm rooting for all of them. Again, some of these winners may be a surprise, some of them might not be, but this is all voted by you, the fans. We just set the polls up, so don't blame me. The winner, without further ado, of the Sonic News Award for Best Reporter is Tails Channel. Congratulations, Tails Channel, for winning the Sonic News Award for Best Reporter. Congratulations. If I had any kind of jingles, I would play them, but as you have been noticing, I'm using my sultry voice. Well done. Tails Channel kind of stormed it with 43.5% of the overall vote. And coming in second was Sonic and All Characters News with 30.4% of the vote. Frack Deals came third place with 12.8% of the vote, which, you know, I've got to say, from a personal perspective, that doesn't represent my personal experience. I've been reading a lot of Frack Deals over the last year because he's been very good at getting merchandise news in particular out. So very glad to see him on the list. So congratulations for being nominated, Frack. And I know you're in the chat, so hi there. 8.4% of the vote went to IDW Sonic News. And then Sonic JP News came out the back with 4.9% of the overall vote. Congratulations to everybody who's been nominated in that category, and congratulations to Tails Channel in particular. Well done. Very, very good stuff. Now, this is usually the point in time, if you're usually, you know, kind of into the Sonic Site Awards of yesteryear, it would normally get split into two halves. There'd be like a site half, and then there'd be like a creative half. And we are kind of entering the less editorial side of things now and more into the creative side of things with the Fan Game Award, which we are using this award to dedicate to Shadow Team. Now, Shadow Team was a very short-lived, although not as short-lived as most other fan game teams, but it was quite short-lived still all the same. Fan game team that the Sonic Stadium was involved in, was a part of, ran from about maybe 2003 to 2005, and the developers, of which there were only three, myself included, released a couple of small games. One of the biggest was Sonic Avalanche, which you can actually download and play online on the Internet Archive if you look hard enough for it. Still a really fun game, really quite enjoy playing it. But anyway, Shadow Team is dedicated this award for Best Fan Game. Now, there's been a lot of heavy competition for things like this, so we are going to give all of these guys their flowers and space, no matter who wins. And yeah, let's just take it from there. The nominees for the Shadow Team Award for Best Fan Game are Sonic Definitive, the Project Reignition 2025 demo, Sonic Rush Rerun, Sonic Daybreak, and Sonic Eternal 2025 demo. And reusing cards. The winner of the Shadow Team Award for Best Fan Game is Sonic Rush Rerun. Congratulations to the developers of Sonic Rush Rerun. Awesome looking title, and you know, as soon as it was announced, we obviously covered it on the Sonic Stadium. I was so jazzed about it. It's so great to see, and obviously all of the fan games that are listed in the nominees list, I've played them all extensively, and I just love every single one of them. They all do different things so well, and it's really great to see all of these guys get the spotlight for their hard work this year. Sonic Rush Rerun, if you want the stats, gathered about 45.5% of the vote overall. Coming in second place was the Project Reignition 2025 demo with 28.5% of the vote. Coming in third was Sonic Definitive with 10.7% of the vote. Excuse me. Sonic Daybreak came after that with 9.9% of the vote. And last but not least, the Sonic Eternal 2025 demo gathered about 5.4% of the overall vote. So congratulations everyone involved. It's just great to see all of these projects being celebrated like this. We're going to keep things rolling here. I'm not going to waffle on like I did like at the start of the show. I saw all the emotes in the chat room. Like, I know when I'm being like, please wrap it up. So without further ado, the next award is the Sonic Fan Club Award for Best Fan Project. Now, the Sonic Fan Club was, like the Sonic Star Awards itself, one of the three pillars of things that I established in 2001 to kind of kick things up on the Sonic Stadium. It was rather than being its own thing, it was more like a section on the Sonic Stadium, which allowed for anyone to share their own fan projects to the world, really, and use the Sonic Stadium as a platform to do that. Back in the year 2001, you know, DeviantArt was only a fledgling thing, if it was a thing at all. YouTube definitely wasn't a thing. There was no real mainstream platform where you could just post your stuff, maybe Newgrounds, but you had to know an awful lot of Flash to kind of get anything done on there, Flash programming. So the Sonic Fan Club was really meant to be a space where you submit stuff to me, I would put it up and then show it off, and it would be fan fiction, it would be fan art, it would be hoaxes, you know, fake game screenshots and things like that, and fan comics and all the rest of it. So outside of fan games, which is, like I said before, its own really heavily competitive department, I wanted to dedicate some space for other projects, right? So I didn't just want to be like, because all these other projects would really get lost in the noise of the fan games. So in honor of the Sonic Fan Club and its trailblazing efforts to highlight fan community works, we are dedicating the Best Fan Project Award to all of these lovely guys who have been nominated this year. Now, the nominees are Sonic and the Olympus Heroes, which is a fan comic by Lum H. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, but it's a very cool Sonic and the Secret Ring style sort of like story about like Olympus gods and things like that. Sonic Shorts Volume 10 by Sonic Paradox, who I am very aware everybody loves really very much, and I love them very much too. Sonic Reloaded by Neo Stricker, which is really, really cool, brand new fan comic that was released this year. Sonic Adventure 2 Story Animation by Jonas D. Again, another incredible looking animation that was posted on YouTube earlier this year. And another animation from James179 called Crossworld Chaos. Now, if you haven't seen any of these projects this year, I highly recommend you go and see them, right? Go watch them, go read them, support these creators. They have done some amazing work this year, all of them. So, without further ado, the winner of the Sonic Fan Club Award for Best Fan Project 2025 is Sonic Shorts Volume 10 by Sonic Paradox. Well done, guys. Sonic Paradox sweep. Well done to those guys. That's an incredible effort. They're probably feeling like vindicated, perhaps. There's kind of a meme about this stuff taking too long to come out these days. So it's great to see their work getting recognized. Volume 10 kind of came out at so much of the tail end of 2024 that we've counted it as a 2025 thing, because it was kind of December, January time. So really at the start of the year they launched that, and they're releasing more stuff in the next couple of weeks, I believe. So, you know, keep an eye on their social media channels for that too. Now, Sonic Shorts Volume 10 got 37.5% of the vote by the tallies that I'm looking at here. And coming in second place was the Sonic Adventure 2 story animation by Jonas D, which got 26.9% of the votes. Coming in third was Sonic and the Olympus Heroes, the fan comic, which got 17.4% of the vote. Then Sonic Reloaded by Neo Stricker with 9.9% of the vote. And then James 179's Crossworld Chaos got 8.4% of the vote. So all great stuff, and all deserve a round of applause and congratulations for being nominated. Well done, everyone. Now, another fan creation award coming up. The Sega Sonic Radio Award for Best Fan-Made Music. Now, you've probably heard of Sega Sonic Radio these days because it's more of a kind of a YouTube-based music streaming podcast that we do these days on a side channel. But Sega Sonic Radio was kind of the pioneer of podcasts, really, is what it's mostly known for. It started off as a streaming radio station, which were 10 a penny, really, back in the day, thanks to the Zone Radio Network. So we weren't doing anything special there. But we used the power of a software called Livecast to create live shows, which again was not something that was totally unique. But the way in which we promoted them, the kind of attention we were getting, and the kind of way it kicked things off, and the way we recorded those live casts, as we called them back then, and shared them with the community as a kind of archival thing, really kind of kicked off the whole podcast thing. And the Sonic Hour in particular was our flagship show, which I was a host of, and you know, that was really kind of the genesis of people downloading the actual episodes after every Sunday evening show and kind of listening to what we had to say on latest in Sonic. So, in honor of Sega Sonic Radio and its legacy, the award for Best Fan-Made Music. Now, there's been a lot of killer music coming out from fans, YouTubers, all sorts of sources, all this year. And, you know, we're going to celebrate all of them today. Now, nominees are the Sonic X Shadow Generations Black Comet Act 1 fan-made remix, that's a mouthful, by Essence Knight. Undefeatable, the Future Mix by Chris Blue. All Hell Shadows metal cover by Little V. L and L, aka Live and Learn, a Peregrine Pulse remix by The Player. And I Am All of Me, the metal synthwave cover by Severed Soul. All great tracks, all sound really amazing, and you should listen to all of those tracks and more. Honestly, you know, I wish I could put 10 nominees down, really. So, without further ado, the winner of the Sega Sonic Radio Award for Best Fan-Made Music track is... drum roll, please. I'm running out of voice, so you're going to have to do your drum roll for yourself. All Hell Shadows metal cover by Little V. Well done, Little V. Congratulations. I am personally a bit of a fan of Little V anyway, because I loved his cover of Can You Feel the Sunshine, and I'm a bit of a metalhead myself. So it gives me great joy to announce that Little V has won the fan-voted best remix of the year. It's fantastic, and All Hell Shadows metal cover is also very good. So well done, Little V. Amazing stuff. He got 26.4% of the vote with the All Hell Shadow metal cover. And then coming in second place was Chris Blue's Undefeatable Future Mix with 22.5% of the vote. And then coming in very hot behind that was Essence Knight's Sonic X Shadow Generations Black Comet Act 1 fan-made remix. That got 18.6%. And then all of these are just very close together. It's a very hot contest. Coming Coming in fourth was the L&L Live and Learn Peregrine Pulse remix by the player with 16.9% of the vote. And then last but not least, Severed Souls remix metal synthwave cover of I Am All of Me with 15.5% of the vote. So well done, everyone. Give yourselves a round of applause or a heavy metal riff, or you know, whatever musicians do these days to let off steam. So very good stuff. Now excuse me, we got 2 more awards to hand out tonight before we call it a day, and these 2 awards are specially designed for events-based stuff, so creative and editorial kind of merging into one a little bit, I suppose. So the first of these is the best streaming event, which we're honoring for Sonic Cage Dome. Sonic Cage Dome award for best streaming event. Now, what was Sonic Cage Dome? Now, Sonic Cage Dome exists now as sort of a social media brand that is run by a good friend of mine who used to run the Sonic Show, which is a YouTube channel that is now run by someone else entirely. It's a very bit messy, I won't explain details, but before it was any of that, Sonic Cage Dome was, like Fast Feet Media, its own independent Sonic fan community that was connected to the Sonic Stadium through the TSS network. And in the late 2000s, mid to late 2000s, they established themselves as sort of the pioneer of video game tournaments, particularly related to Sonic the Hedgehog. So they held regular online Sonic 3 tournaments with the community. They held Sonic R tournaments. I can't remember what the technology allowed for back in like 2006, 2007, but those were the ones I remember. So they really kind of pioneered the whole concept of, you know, having an event that's online, that is very video focused and streamed of all things, and very collaborative too. So, you know, you see people on Twitch all the time playing games collaboratively, connecting online with friends, and they're doing tournaments and stuff. You know, this was kind of the genesis of that from the Sonic community. So we're honouring Sonic Cage Dome from the mid 2000s and beyond with this award for best streaming event. Now, there's been a lot this year, and again, like every other category, I wish I could put more than 5 down, but 5 it is. And the 5 that have been selected are the Sonic Hacking Contest 2025, Sonic Amateur Games Expo Sage 2025, the Chow Direct 2025, Raising Rings, the charity event by Sam Procrastinates from 2025, and Sonic Revolution 2025. All stunning events in their own right. And the winner of the Sonic Cage Dome Award for Best Streaming Event goes to the Sonic Hacking Contest 2025. Congratulations, Sonic Hacking Contest, or SHC, or whatever you want to call them. Congratulations. The organisers must be dead chuffed. It was a stunning show this year for them. Lots of amazing, you know, modded works and original works and everything else. And I think I played it, you know, everything from the very impressive to strange things like Sonic on a pogo stick. I think I played earlier this year, which was kind of bonkers and bizarre, but it just goes to show that that event has gone from strength to strength, showing off a whole range of different gaming experiences, all featuring our favourite Blue Little Rodent. So congratulations to Sonic Hacking Contest 2025. They earned themselves 30.9% of the vote, thus heading into first place. The second place winner, well, no, second place winner, first place loser, whoever came in first place, second place was the Sonic Amateur Games Expo 2025 with 28.6% of the vote. So very, very game focused, the top 2 winners here. Third place was Sonic Revolution 2025, usually a live in-person convention event, but transitioned to an online kind of streaming series this year, and that's done very well for them. They got 18.7% of the overall vote there. Raising Rings 2025 came in fourth with 13.2% of the vote, and in the Chow Direct 2025 with 8.5% of the vote came in last, but certainly not least, because I remember watching that stream purely for the what was it, the Sonic 2 Game Gear remaster that that's been doing the rounds and getting a lot of hot attention right now. The 16-bit remake of it, which, you know, as a huge fan of the Master System Sonic games, I was very much into. So very, very glad that they got nominated as well. So congratulations, Sonic Hacking Contest 2025. And now, as there are online events, there are also real in-person live events, which is something that I probably would not have been able to say even as recently as 10 years ago. So with that in mind, we are having our last award with the Summer of Sonic Award for Best Live Events. Now, Summer of Sonic was pretty much the very first live in-person Sonic the Hedgehog fan convention. I co-founded it. I founded it. I created it. Co-organized it. For many years, it ran from 2008 as an in-person event to 2013, and then an extra one in 2016. And yeah, like it was answering a call that I think a lot of people were. It was satisfying a need that I think a lot of fans wanted, which was that in-person connectivity with fellow fans that was on a level that they could never find online in a forum. Just a deeper connection with fellow fans and friends. And since the Summer of Sonic's last show in 2016, there's been an explosion of Sonic the Hedgehog fan conventions, and it's really paved the way for all of that. So in honor of the Summer of Sonic and all that is done to pave the way, we are lining up the Best Live Event Award with 5 absolutely stunning events that in their own right, apropos of nothing and independently of themselves, have earned their place as incredible events that you should try and go and visit. If they do another one, or if there are more in the future from their side, you know, you should check them out. I've been to a couple of these. They are fantastic experiences. So without further ado, the nominees: Sonic Con UK London, which took place in November this year, I believe. Sonic Expo Atlanta, the Sonic Neon Summit, Sonic Expo Dallas, and Sonic Con UK Manchester. Now, lots of good competition here, lots of amazing events, but there can only be one winner. And the winner of the Summer of Sonic Award for Best Live Event 2025 is... Pause for effect. Sonic Con UK London by Raku Events. Well done to those guys. Congratulations. Give yourselves a massive pat on the back. The Sonic Con UK London team got themselves 31.1% of the fan vote overall, and coming in a very close second with 28.2% of the vote was Sonic Expo Dallas, which I didn't go to, but I heard so many good things about, like on social media. The Sonic Expo events in particular were just non-stop chat online. It was amazing stuff to see. And with that in mind, coming in third place with 22.5% of the vote was Sonic Expo Atlanta. So congratulations to those guys. With 10.6% of the vote was the Sonic Neon Summit, a whole new independent fan convention, which I hope they do another one next year. And last but not least, SonicCon UK Manchester with 7.7% of the vote. So what an amazing list of events. And you know, it's kind of hugely coincidental that the one that won this year was the one that I actually attended. I was actually very much expecting one of the Sonic Expos to win, so this is a surprise to me as well. But you guys voted. You chose SonicCon UK London, and great show. So well done, everybody. From that show and event should be very proud of themselves. So yeah, that was it. That's all the awards, all 9 awards from the Sonic Site Awards 2025. We are going to be sending those graphics that you've been seeing over the course of the different awards. We'll be sending those we'll be posting them on socials, so that, you know, if we don't have a contact for any of the winners, we can just post it there and they can grab it themselves. But honestly, congratulations to every single person who has been nominated for a Sonic Site Award this year. You know, what is great to see actually is just the response to this event itself. We got over 1,100 votes for the Sonic Site Awards, and the voting poll was only open for about a week. Normally, in ye olden days, the Sonic Site Awards would have several months of actual activity, and the awards would actually, the voting stage would actually run for like a month or something. So in a week, we've gotten a huge amount of response, and it seems like the fans, you guys, all of you watching and all of you voting and visiting all of these events, websites, YouTubers and everything else, feel really passionate about the content that you're seeing, and you know, the communities that you're getting involved in. It's really amazing to see that there is this kind of hot activity for the Sonic community in 2025. Just goes to show how much we have collectively as an internet fandom killed it in 2025. So congratulations to everyone who's ever done anything in the in honor of Sonic the Hedgehog. You know, you're part of this story too, so you're all incredible people and you've all done amazing work, and the Sonic Star Awards just shows it. And you know, maybe we'll do a similar event next year. I don't know if it'll be the Sonic Site Awards, because let's face it, Sonic Site Awards is based on a very internet 2000s idea of people visiting websites, and that's not the main medium that people kind of consume media in anymore, besides I guess the Sonic Stadium and Sonic Retro and Sonic Fan Games HQ and a couple of others. So you know, it's kind of like, how do you celebrate the community while, you know, not making it the same old people every year, you know, celebrating what's been active and good in the last year. So it's been an interesting challenge to kind of rework the Sonic Site Awards for this year, after I think it's like 16 years since we did it last time. So yeah, thank you all for being a part of this, even if you just voted or yelled at us about, you know, choices made with nominees and everything else. We hear all the feedback. We're going to, you know, do more next year and take all of that on and adapt what we're doing to make it even more inclusive and even more better, right? So I think as a celebratory event, this has been great. I've really enjoyed it, and yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed it too. So without further ado, I think, you know, I'm just gonna toddle off into the sunset and kind of sign off now. But yeah, let us know what you think in the comments. Let us know what you think on social media, and yeah, maybe we'll see you this time next year for more community awards. This has been Sven Dreadknux Jocelyn signing off from the Sonic Stadium, from the Sonic Site Awards 2025. Have a great holiday period for the rest of the season, and have a happy new year, and all the best for 2026. I'll see you on the other side. Take care, guys. Bye bye.